Okay, we are given here with the piecewise function, how does the graph look like? So g of x is 1 if x is less than negative 1. G of x is x plus 3 if x is greater than or equal to negative 1 but less than 2. And g of x is x squared minus 2 if x is greater than or equal to 2. So we are expecting here on the first part that this is a constant function, so it's going to be a horizontal line. But the domain is restricted to be less than negative 1. If x is negative 1, that is, y is also negative, y is 1. So we should have a hollow circle here. And then, since this is a constant function, always equal to 1, it's going to be like this here. So we're okay with this. So for x less than negative 1, the y value is always 1. So it's like that. How about this? This is a linear function, so linear part, this is a line. So we are expecting a line, so we only need 2 points. So 2 points. So we better have the endpoint. So if x is negative 1, so x plus 3 is equal to negative 1 plus 3, so that is 2. So we have a negative 1, 2. So if x is negative 1, y is 2. So we should have a solid circle there because this indicates that negative 1 is part of the domain here. But if x is 2, x equals 2, x plus 3 is equal to 2 plus 3 equals 5. So we have 2, 5. So the point 2, 5. 3, 4, 5. So this is not part of the graph. So hollow circle. So let's just erase this part here. And then, since this is a line, we will just connect. Okay. How about the last part? This is a parabola with vertex at 0, negative 2, and opens upward. But the domain is restricted only from 2. So we should have, so the graph is supposed to be like this. When x is 2, 2. Supposed to be like this. But then, domain is restricted only from 2, but when x is 2, we will have x squared minus 2 is 2 squared minus 2. That's 4 minus 2, and that's 2. So we have 2, 2. So 2, 2 is here. And then, parabola that opens upwards, so we'll just extend this. Okay, so this is not part anymore. Okay, so the graph of this function is this one. So this one, this horizontal line for this part of a line for this part, and this one, part of a parabola. Okay, let us graph this function f of x. So f of x is equal to x plus 2 squared plus 1 if x is less than negative 2. F of x is x plus 1 if x is greater than or equal to negative 2 but less than 1. F of x is 0 if x equals 1. And f of x is negative 2 if x is greater than 1. So we have 4 parts here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let us start with x plus 2 squared plus 1. So as what you can see, this is a parabola in vertex form. So with vertex at negative 2, 1. This is the h and this is the k. So negative 2, 1. but the domain is restricted to be less than -2. So we don't have, so this is not included. -2, 1. So it has to be a hollow circle since the -2 is not included anymore. So it's supposed to be a parabola that opens upward, but since it's just less than -2, we will only have a part here. So that this part here is no longer part of the graph because the domain is restricted. How about x plus 1? So this is a linear function. So we're expecting a line here. So we need 2 points. We better use the endpoints. So let's use -2. If x is -2, x plus 1 is -2 plus 1, that's -1. So we have -2, -1. And that is equal, so it's included. And then let's use 1. So if x is 1, x plus 1 is 1 plus 1, that is 2. So we have 1, 2. X is 1, y is 2. So 1, 2. Oh, but this one is not included, so we have to make a hollow circle since this is x is strictly less than 1. And then if x is 1, y is 0. X is 1, y is 0, it's on this. And then if x is greater than 1, f of x is -2. So always -2. So this is not part of the graph, and then only this. So it's -2 for x greater than 1. So this is the graph of this function. So this is now the f of x. So this is the graph of f of x. Part of a parabola. Oh, no. We have to connect this, because this part here is a line, so a portion of a line. So we have to connect the two endpoints. Okay? But this one is included, this one is not. So this is the graph of this function f of x.